See the achievements of ISRO in 2020. Throughout the years, ISRO has upheld its mission of bringing space to the service of the common man, to the service of the nation. In the process, it has become one of the six largest space agencies in the world. In the recent times, we have seen a massive work is done by the ISRO, which has made India a leading nation in science and technology in the world. Achievement of ISRO can't be estimated in the words, but learning and knowing about the achievement of ISRO is proud for every Indian and Indian across the world. History of ISRO, Indian Space Organization, and Indian Space Agency was founded in 1969 to develop an independent Indian space program. It headquarters in Bengaluru. ISRO's chief executive is a chairman, who is also a chairman of Indian government's space mission and secretary of Department of Space. The Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) operates through a countrywide network of centers, sensors, and payloads are developed at a Space Application Center at Ahmedabad. Space Application Center. ISRO operates through a countrywide network of centers. Sensors and payloads are developed at Space Application Center in Ahmedabad. Satellites are designed and developed and assembled and tested at URO Satellite Center in Bangalore. So, the ISRO operates its countrywide operation centers. For example, Space Application Center, that is sensors and payloads. Space applications. Application center is nothing but something sensors and payloads. And also, when coming to the URO Satellite Center, it's development and embedding design of satellite in Bangalore. And when coming to the launch vehicles are developed at Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Tirunanthapuram. Launch vehicles. Launch launches takes place at Satish Dhawan Space Center on Sriharikota Island near Chennai. Uh, Satish Dhawan launches the space takes place at the Satish Dhawan spacecraft near Sriharikota Island near Chennai and Andhra Pradesh border. ISRO's first satellite Aryabhatta was launched by Soviet Union on 19 April 1975. Yes. ISRO has launched several space systems, including the Indian National Satellite System (INSAT) system for telecommunication, television broadcasting, meteorology, and disaster warning, and Indian remote sensing satellites for resource monitoring and management. In coming to the INSAT, Indian National Satellite System was launched in 1998. INSAT was launched in 1988, and the program expanded to include geosynchronous satellites called GSAT. ISRO subsequently developed the three rockets: Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle for putting the satellites into the polar orbit, and Geostationary Space Orbit for placing the satellites into geostationary orbit, and heavy lift version of GSLV called GSLV Mark II or Mark III or LVM. So, what are the issues with ISRO? First issues is both in technical capacity and the manpower, placing constraints on its production strength. The second challenge of undertaking ISRO is foreign competition, particularly for the launch of small satellites, which is an expanding market. The Elon Musk owned SpaceX Falcon 9. SpaceX Falcon 9 is widely considered as a serious potential threat to ISRO's workhorse called Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. So, this gives a tougher competition to the ISRO's PS service. Cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness is an issue with a large number of private entities coming into the launch payloads and for which the competition is becoming intense. Efforts by India to compete with China and Russia, slow project execution, and lack of government support hampers India's efforts to compete with China and Russia. Private companies' growth potential. Limited number of launches restrict the growth potential of the private companies supplying them. Space industries. The absence of heavy rocket launchers to few launch facilities and bureaucratic delays impede India's space industry growth. It is often seen in India that junior scientists and young talent of India hesitate to present their ideas and views because of the limitations made on them. Such kind of work environment has made many of the talent to move from India to other foreign space organizations. So there is talent of India is not being utilized. Also, will ISRO be able to match the might of NASA and SpaceX? See, low-cost human transportation to outer space and culmination of NASA's and Pentagon's diligent efforts for greater privatization and empowerment of the space sector, the ecosystem developed works well. NASA's competitive civilian contractual projects NASA's competitive civilian contractual projects will as the commercial orbital transport services, the commercial resupply services, and commercial crew programs as along with the Pentagon National Security Space Launch Program, have given new age US space launch companies such as SpaceX surety of contracts, access to NASA and Pentagon launch sites, steady business growth, and access to technological evolution. Reason why NASA is still far ahead of space organization of other countries is what is the reason why the NASA is still far ahead of the space organization of the country's funding? First, they do not have military or space agency heritage. Instead, they have a business culture completely immersed in commercial space activities. Second, they have a futuristic brand appeal that attracts a young, driven workforce ready to toil at early scales, wages, and on multiple career progressing tasks. That is, attracts young. And third is build most of their products in-house. In-house manufacturing with near flat management structures and seamless system engineering that uses automated systems and new cost reducing technologies such as additive manufacturing, 3D printing, and so on. Their final products have fewer number of parts and components, and the designs are simple with minimum instrumentation, making product integration simpler and quicker. Fourth, these companies work on mantra of profit. While the profit margins are low as compared with their private sector competitors, their efficiency assures them business continuity and growth. Can India's ISRO do to become advanced and competitive? India's private space launch industry, is likely to limit itself to small and medium launch businesses. The responsibility of India's heavy and super heavy space launch ambitions will remain on ISRO. The four astropolitical blocs, China, Russia, Europe, and US, have identified low-cost TSTO and reusable heavy-lift space launchers as a critical technology, and that is reusable heavy space launchers as a critical technology, and are working on them at a furious pace. They have already worked on several completely reusable single stage to orbit launcher concept designs. Reusable single stage to orbit launcher concept designs. These blocks are not using the competence for engaging in militaristic space, but to contest for a greater economic footprint in outer space. For India too, heavy lift launchers will allow commercial human-led and robotic activities in the Earth's orbit on the Moon and thereafter on the Mars. The successors of Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan will have to emerge from strong public-private collaborations where both sectors have an equal opportunities to lead. Exploring the frontiers of space is no more than just a national aspiration limited to ISRO. It is a strategic nationwide untapped opportunity that will propel the country's economy. More possible areas where the focus is needed is total mission cost. See, reducing the total mission cost, it should aim for reducing the total mission cost. Satellite cost should be less. So also the cost of launch vehicle and also reusable launch vehicle technology. It is also developing the technologies for future reusable launch vehicle and innovation applications. ISRO should also think of innovative applications. In addition in number of satellites, India has also more than 45 satellites in space, and to meet the present national requirement, India needs an equal number of satellites in addition. Increasing the launch of frequency. The frequency of launches must be launch frequency. That is, increasing the launch frequency must definitely increase. For that, ISRO have set 18 launches per year as a target. A healthier budget. More satellites are required to be put in orbit, and they need more launch vehicles. For that, much more money is needed on the launch vehicle side, spacecraft side, and on the infrastructure side. And coming to the public-private association, this year the priority would be to allow the private-public consortium to be built to build the PSLV rocket, which current chairman A.S. Kiran Kumar has said would be launched by 2021. That is, public-private consortium to build the PSLV rocket, which current chairman A.S. Kiran Kumar has said would be launched by 2021. ISRO has to hasten the effort to bring in private players into the satellite and rocket building to replicate the India's software success in aerospace. Economic centric as well. ISRO approach is more technologies based, but it should also explore other frontiers that will propel a country's economy. Space Activity Bill. The bill, after getting a clearance, will facilitate creation of national level autonomous nodal agencies to permit and monitor private space activities as per regulatory provisions, permit usage of ISRO's facilities as per the private sector requirements and promote and handhold private players. The bill is a reflection of several years of research upon many international guiding principles such as peaceful uses of outer space for exploration, peaceful uses of outer space for exploration, use of outer space for benefit of in the interest of all the countries and human mankind. Despite the impressive capabilities of ISRO, India's share of broadband, DTH, satellite imagery, and navigation in the global space industry is valued at just 7 billion, that is 2% of the global valuation. In evolving space application services, ISRO has considerable potential to lead it. So, as the competition, complexity, and the demand for space-related activities are rising, there is a growing awareness that the national regulation is important to ensure the overall growth in the space sector.